Good morning everyone. How are you? I hope you all are safe and healthy. Welcome back to English class. When I got up in the morning and looked out through my window, I saw a beautiful world. The world is beautiful because of the nature. Nature is beautiful because of the trees. What happens if these trees are not available? Yes, we suffer for our needs. Today, we are going to learn a new poem which explains the merciless feeling of the poet about the trees. The poem is On Killing a Tree by Gieve Patel. It was written by Gieve Patel. This is the picture of Gieve Patel. Gieve Patel is an Indian poet, playwright, painter, as well as practicing physician or doctor based in Mumbai. Patel belongs to a group of writers who have subscribed themselves to the Green Movement, which is involved in an effort to protect the environment. The poem On Killing a Tree is one of the poems from Gieve Patel's poetry collection named Poems, published in 1966. The poem is set on a very visual plane. The descriptions are vivid and the mood is sad. There also hangs a sense of darkness upon the poem. The pain felt by the trees, as imagined by Patel, dominates the mood of the poem. And the entire poem explains the view that killing a tree is not simple, short or easy process. Before learning the poem, I would like to ask you a question. We have observed people cutting trees, but can they kill a tree? Is it easy to kill a tree? Think a moment. This poem gives you the answer to the above question. Let us enter inside the poem with our bells on. I request all to feast your eyes in the video. Okay, it's time to start. On Killing a Tree by Gieve Patel. It takes much time to kill a tree. Not a simple jab of the knife will do it. It has grown. Pen down the meaning. Jab, the action of poking with any sharp instrument on something with a great force. Let me explain these lines. The poet says that killing a tree is not easy. Even a simple jab of the knife will not do it. It will grow again, slowly consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous hide, sprouting leaves. Pen down the meanings. Leprous, covered with scales. Hide, the strong, thick outer skin. Leprous hide is a metaphor which means the tree's strong outer skin is not regular. It is irregular and covered with scales. Sprouting, growing. Let me explain these lines. The poet says that even though the bark looks irregular and scaly, leaves and branch sprout of it, that is, grow of it, by consuming nutrients, sunlight, air, and water from the earth and grow high. Let us see the second stanza. Sow, hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Not so much pain will do it. pen down the meanings, hack and chop, cut with some sharp instruments. Let us see the meaning of these lines. The poet says that even we cut a tree with the axe or any sharp instruments, it will not kill the tree. Any pain, any strong pain will not kill the tree. Next, the bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs. Pen down the meanings, heal, cure. Twigs, thin branch of a tree, curled, curved. Let me explain these lines. The bleeding bark. Here, the bleeding bark is a personification. It refers to the bark which was harmed. And the poet explains that the harmed bark will heal soon, and from the ground a new curled green branches will rise from the harmed bark. Miniature boughs which if unchecked will expand again to former size. Pen down the meanings, miniature, very small, boughs, branch of a tree, unchecked, unharmed. Let me explain these lines. The poet says that small branches which was not harmed will expand again to a big size. So we had finished first stanza and second stanza. In these two stanzas, the poet explained that the tree cannot be killed even we give much pain to it. In the third and fourth stanzas, he is explaining that how a tree can be killed. Come, let's move in. No roots is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. Pen down the meaning. Anchoring earth refers to the roots of the tree that lie inside the earth. It acts as the anchor to the tree. See in the picture, that is anchor. You may see it in the ships. It is used to stop the ship in a particular place. The poet explains that if we need to kill a tree, the roots should be pulled out. Okay, next, it is to be roped, tied and pulled out, snapped out or pulled out entirely. Pen down the meanings. Snapped, break suddenly or completely. Let me explain these lines. The poet says that we need to tie a rope around the tree and pull it out. We need to pull it completely or entirely up to the root. Next, out from the earth cave and the strength of the tree exposed, the source white and wet, the most sensitive hidden for years inside the earth. Pen down the meanings. Earth cave refers to the deep area under the ground that holds the roots and keeps the tree standing tall. The poet says that we need to pull the tree from the earth's cave, and after pulling it, the roots will lose their strength. It is white and wet because in the earth cave there is a fluid called sap which is white in color. So the roots are white and wet, and it is hidden inside the earth for many years. Let us move to the fourth stanza. Then the matter of scorching and chalking in sun and air, browning, hardening, twisting, withering, and then it is done. Pen down the meanings. Scorching, very hot. Choking, difficulty in breathing. Browning, the process of changing brown. Hardening, becoming hard. Twisting, changing shape. Withering, drying. These lines, the poet says that after pulling out the tree, it is exposed to the scorching heat of the sun and air. Due to this heat, the tree has a difficulty in breathing. The leaves and the barks change its shape and the whole tree becomes dry. Ultimately, the above factors and changes in weather weaken the tree and finally kill it. Let us see the summary of this poem. In the poem on Killing a Tree by Gieve Patel, the poet wants to tell us the difference between the cutting of trees and killing of trees. According to him, cutting is the type of trimming which is required from time to time for the proper growth of trees. But it will take too much time to kill a tree. It is not just a simple jab, a quick stab or blow to do the job. The tree grows slowly by getting its nourishment from the earth. Finally, the strength of this tree is exposed when its roots are completely pulled out with the help of a rope, or they are snapped out cruelly. After that, they are hardened, twisted, and withered, and then at last the tree is killed. This poem gives us the message that the trees feel pain, grief, sufferings, sorrows, and joys as sensitively as human beings. So we should never even think of hurting them. The poet wants to remind us that we have not inherited these green trees for our future generation. So we have to conserve trees as a legacy for future. That's it. We completed our poem. In this poem, first two stanzas are our memory lines. Let us learn it. Before ending the session, I would like to ask you two questions. Trees grow back their branches and leaves. Then why do we say don't cut or kill a tree? The second question is, man is lifeless without breath. Tree is lifeless without dash. Which word can you fill in this dash? Think and answer it. Let us end the session by taking a pledge. We, the children of Mother Earth, promise that we will grow trees to increase its worth. Greenery is a precious jewel. Let us protect it to keep all well. Thank you for everyone who maintained their patience by watching this video. Bye. See you again.